Hello, my beautiful little muglets. So, I literally just made this video, but I had a weird microphone bug where all the audio sounded like this. Hello, my beautiful little muglets. So that's fun. We're going to do it again. And I'm sure a lot of people are kind of sick about hearing, about the general state of the game and how this update sucks and everything. But that's sort of the current event going on, and they released a sort of notice addressing some of our concerns. So what I wanted to do is go through that, give my thoughts on it and everything. But yeah, they start with, "Hello, this is Epic 7. We have heard the various opinions and concerns that our heirs have expressed regarding our recent updates. Thanks to the valuable feedback that our heirs have given us, we are announcing improvements which will be applied to the following content: pets, equipment conversion, and world boss, which, yes, are the three main things that people have a problem with, myself included. I just want to start off by saying I've been playing Epic 7 since pretty much the beginning, and this is by far the biggest backlash they've ever gotten on anything. Even checking out the App Store, they've gone down to a 3.3 rating. Look at the amount of 1-star reviews here. It's crazy. But more than anything, I would say it's kind of sad. I read through tons of these reviews, and almost everyone is like, this game is amazing, it's awesome, but now it sucks because of this update. So rather than just a bunch of angry people running to the Play Store on the hate bandwagon, throwing all these 1-star ratings down, it more seems like desperation and just sort of a cry for help to please get your shit together, Epic 7, because you really have a nice game here, but it can't go on like this. And that's sort of what I gathered from that. So let's see what they're going to do about it. First and foremost, we would like to thank our heirs for giving us this feedback on multiple channels, and we will continue to try our best to listen to the opinions of our heirs and reflect these opinions in our game. The following are improvements that will be implemented. Pet system. We have heard the concerns that our heirs have regarding the difficulty of acquiring pet adoption tickets and homemade snacks. So honestly, from what I've seen and what I personally feel, this is not the biggest issue. As far as pet adoption tickets go, I don't think they're that hard to get. The main problem is with the RNG when trying to get a pet to, 3 and 4 star. My last pet video, I spent 6 million gold on pet adoption tickets. Basically spent all those pets trying to get 1 4-star pet, and ended up with the same exact pet as I started with. So I literally put 6 million gold and threw it in the trash for literally nothing. And then homemade snacks, a lot of people argue they shouldn't even be in the game, and we should just have auto repeat. I have to disagree with that slightly. I don't think we should have free auto repeat. However, I do think we should have free pet picking up chests and going in goblin gates, etc. thing. If we could just auto repeat forever, there'd be even less playing than there is already, and I don't think that would be that cool. But let's see what they say. Our heirs have commented on the difficulty surrounding the acquisition of pets due to the current cost of pet adoption tickets, as well as the difficulty in utilizing the repeat battle system because the ways in which players can acquire homemade snacks is very limited. I mean, they are limited, but again, I don't think that's the actual big issue there. In order to address these issues, we will make an improvement so that our heirs will be able to summon 1 pet for free, similar to how players are able to receive 1 free covenant summon a day. Additionally, we will introduce a new daily repetition so that our heirs can regularly obtain homemade snacks. Okay, so I mean, on one hand, it's something, and I'm glad they're actually clear with what they're going to be doing, but it's not really satisfactory. I don't think it addresses the main issues with pets, at least again from what I've seen and my personal thoughts on it. These improvements, along with other improvements regarding pets, will take place in December. Okay, well, they do say other improvements, which maybe they just haven't mentioned here, and we will inform our heirs about them via a separate update notice. Furthermore, we will continuously listen to our heirs' voices to continuously improve the pet system. And then we have improvements to equipment conversion, which I think is the biggest deal out of all these 3. In addition to the improvements above, we will also implement improvements to the equipment conversion system. In regards to equipment conversion, our heirs have voiced discontent regarding the limited ways they can receive equipment conversion gems. Gems? I mean, yeah, they are kind of hard to get and expensive. They're 15 transmit stones or some guild currency as well, but I don't think that's the main issue here either. I think that's the least issue. But they also say, as well as the amount of ingredient equipment necessary in order to craft a high quality ingredient that meets our heirs. Okay, so that's closer, definitely. The fact you need 2 plus 15 gears for 1 level 0 epic gear is too much. So that is a big thing. However, I think the main thing is that even after all those resources you put into equipment crafting, you still have to deal with massive amounts of RNG. And while it's just substats make up a huge part of an equipment's power. In order to reflect the feedback from our players, we will first increase the probability at which equipment conversion gems are given from the world boss. Okay, that's good, I guess. I haven't gotten a single one yet. Furthermore, we plan to decrease the amount of ingredients required in order to increase the quality grade of equipment crafted via equipment conversion. By implementing these changes, we hope to reduce the discomfort our heirs felt when they were crafting equipment. I don't really know if that's going to be enough to quell the discomfort that we feel. I mean, it depends by how much. If they reduce it by like 50%, lol, but if they were to do something like that where you need one maxed gear to get an epic and essentially just re-roll the substats on that piece of gear, then okay, it's at least an option. It makes a little bit more sense. But since we don't know how much they're reducing it, it could be like 10%, and they're just saying all this to say something when the changes aren't going to really help anything. Regardless, then we also have improvements to World Boss. So I think World Boss is the least issue of these three things, because ultimately you can be done with it in 1 minute per day. And yes, the rewards are garbage and there's not much need to really, look at your teams, be like, oh yeah, it might be better here, and, switch this gear out and blah, 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 and really actually, plan and take care and be strategic in things. So it's kind of just boring, but it doesn't really impact the rest of the game like equipment conversion could have if it was good. Where you can like gear up those units you've been meaning to gear up but just can't get decent gear, blah blah blah. Finally, this section will discuss the improvements that will be applied to the world boss. Currently the world boss is in preseason, and yeah, okay, that was kind of an excuse for having it be bad. Not a very good excuse, it's kind of weak, but it's something. And improvements are scheduled to be taken at the start of the regular season. In the regular season, players will be able to select their guild member supporters so that they will be able to acquire more points from the world boss battles. Okay, so this whole thing was actually already planned to happen before all the backlash, so I'm gonna kind of ignore that part. Also, we will introduce a rank higher than SSS and provide improved rewards for this new rank. In addition to this new rank, we also plan to restructure and improve the current rewards. Furthermore, once the regular season begins, we will introduce World Boss Battle contribution points, so that our heirs can receive guaranteed rewards if they regularly participate in World Boss battles. So as far as World Boss Battle contribution points, I'm actually totally fine with another currency. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be specific, and we'll have like a special World Boss shop where we can spend those points. And that's kind of what I was asking for before. Some little guaranteed thing, where you can get something good eventually. Naturally, of course, we're gonna have to wait to see what the shop entails and what you can buy with those points, if it's anything actually good. What would be really fun is an event exclusive hero, not like one you have to summon for. I guess kind of like the connection heroes actually, but there could definitely be like a world boss hero that would be super interesting, and they'd cost a crazy amount of battle contribution points or whatever. And of course you could choose to go for the hero if you want it, or some other little prizes below it. That'd be pretty fun. We will fully take into account our heirs world boss battles played during the preseason prior to finalizing the detailed standards for the new ranking system and the world boss battle contribution points. We are also preparing the world arena and additional improvement measures. We plan to inform our heirs about these improvements via a separate update notice. Then they end by saying, the world of Epic 7 has been progressing thanks to the help of our heirs. We ask for continuous feedback from our heirs, and we will do our best to listen to the voices of our heirs so that we can provide an even better gaming environment for everyone. Okay, so overall thoughts on this notice. If I'm going to be totally honest, to me it sounds like it's something they quickly threw up because of the scale of backlash they're facing, and it doesn't really seem all that genuine. The things they weren't vague about don't really seem to battle the actual issues that these updates have brought. And of course, at the end of the day, something is better than nothing. But if this is where they're going to stop with it, then I don't think a lot of people are going to be very satisfied with the update on the update. And that's basically how I feel about it. I do want to mention that I've been in contact with someone from Epic 7, I believe this is a social media manager, that can kind of relay what I'm saying to, the higher ups, the developers and all that. I'm going to blur out everything about them, what they've been saying and everything, because this is ultimately a private message. But I just want it to be known that even behind the scenes, it does seem like they're trying, they're reaching out to creators, I guess, asking about their thoughts and their community's thoughts. So of course, if you guys have anything you want me to relate to him, there's like a ton of middlemen going on now all of a sudden. But drop it in the comments below, give likes to the comments you agree with. I'll read through them after a few hours of posting and relay some of that information to him. But yeah, my only point for showing this is to at least acknowledge that they are trying. They may also just be a little bit disconnected from the actual issues, you know, your average day-to-day player faces. I honestly don't know what it's like to be a developer, so I can't sit here and pretend like they're just like you and me and know there may be 100 different things they have to be looking at and focusing on before they can really get down to the details and what's really important. So while I'm never going to justify this crappy update, I think it would be good to take a breath and have a little bit of empathy, because we honestly have no idea what's going on over there and what they're going through with this, and maybe they're having a whole PR panic now. But yeah, this is definitely just one of those wait and see sort of things, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Again, drop any thoughts you have in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.